3 days ago, Nintendo went out and they dropped a bomb, except I don't think it exploded in the way that they exactly wanted to, but they revealed the Nintendo Switch OLED. It's the newer system coming onto the line of Nintendo Switches, and they're really trying to push this console as a part of the family within the current Nintendo Switch generation line that we already have. It provides us with a little bit of upgrades, nothing too sophisticated. You know, we get a bigger screen, 2 new white Joy-Cons and a new color, and we get a new looking dock, which I have personally taken a liking to, that also includes an Ethernet adapter. Took you a little long to get that, Nintendo, but hey, you know what? Hey, there's a first time for everything. People have been arguing left and right on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Everything is on fire right now because there are a lot of opinions floating around about this new console, and a lot of people fell victim to believing in the one thing that haunts gaming industries: rumors. A lot of people believed in the leaks that were coming out and the so-called rumors that were being rumored as something that was actually true, and a lot of people just fell victim to the idea of the Nintendo Switch docking and outputting 4K, having a 1080p screen, being able to rival and have like high frame rates and overall better quality, when that's not at all what Nintendo Switch OLED is all about. They thought of it as more of a pro model, which is something that I'll get into in another video, but for now I just wanted to really discuss what I think about Nintendo Switch OLED. Now, from a design perspective, I think that it's really cool. If they were aiming to do a simple mock-up or revamp of the Nintendo Switch, this is probably the best way to go about it. I know not a lot of people have those simple and minimalistic setups, but I kind of want to aim for that, especially with the current setup that I have, and Nintendo Switch OLED really does line up well with the current systems that we have. I mean, look at PlayStation 5, you know, look at Xbox Series X, both sporting more of a black and white kind of touch, and it's good to see that the Nintendo Switch OLED is going to be adding in that factor as well. Overall, as for the specifics about the console, I think that it's okay that we're getting a different screen size. I've recently been playing Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, and I have been worried about screen size. I actually tried to play one of my favorite games, Astral Chain, and I was having a rough time. You know, it was a small screen experience. I'm used to playing it on the big screen. Having something that's at least 7 inches in my hand feels a little bit better. Didn't really think about how that was coming out of my mouth. Overall though, I think that Nintendo Switch OLED is going to be a great thing for me. And while I do already have a current Nintendo Switch that's been set up and everything, I really want to turn this Nintendo Switch right here into a Nintendo Switch that can be modded. It's the first generation Switch, so you already know that I'm gonna get in that motherfucker and turn it up. We're gonna tear this motherfucking Switch up. It'll be the main console I play on. If Nintendo bans this Nintendo Switch, cool, fuck it. I'll just toss it out the window and have a good day with my OLED. Plus, I think it's great to have a nice little refresh of consoles every now and then. A lot of companies do the same things with their products, and I really don't see anyone complaining about it. I mean, look at the Apple iPhone, you know, 12. That thing literally just got a new splash of purple and nothing crazy happened with it. Yes, I understand this is a gaming console and that is an iPhone, but realistically the same shit happened with 2 different devices and 2 different reactions occurred. Overall though, you know, Nintendo Switch OLED, while it wasn't a step forward for improving quality of life on Nintendo Switch, I think it's going to be a great option for those who want another Nintendo Switch at a sort of more expensive price point that provides a more rejuvenated look and a more standard for the modern society that we live in for today, you know, with the minimalist look and everything. I'm interested to hear what everyone else has to think about this. Again, you're probably going to witch hunt me for actually enjoying what Nintendo has to put out, but I didn't want there to be like a pro, you know. I always speculated it, but I never believed in it 100%. So that's kind of y'all's fault for falling for that.